yeah. I feel like this weird shit kicks off like the album process because we wasn't even dropping the singles yet, but it was like perfect time and picked it. So it's like, all right, well, we can start doing the singles like every 2 weeks until album date, and then drop the album because the album got some shit on it, and it's just like reasonable globally. Like, you know, we've been dropping a lot of records, and I just feel like it's gonna be a good one for people to hear. Busted in this light, and just a lot of our favorites in a way that you ain't get to hear them yet.
Yeah, they're coming to play in your sandbox. That's special, you know what I mean? And we can tell like you're creating that world, and they want to engage with it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's already got an aesthetic to it, so it's they're playing in your world, which I think is rare. Usually when you're playing.
Very, they're coming gracefully.
Sure.
Yeah, that is true. Usually when you go to artists of that stature, you gotta play on.
Yeah,
in their zone.
They already have a track ready. They're like, you could just hop.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just wanted to tap in because I know a lot of the digital stuff that you're already doing, you've been doing out of pocket. You guys already have connections, but just to figure out where we could kind of fill in and what I can help with, because I think a lot of things are working, but there's a lot of things that we could also be doing together. Or whether it's connecting with the right people that you want to continue to pay out of pocket, or just where you feel like you're not reaching, or what your goals are digitally, that is, and then where my team could fill in.
Yeah, I feel like it's already going really well. Like the seeding campaign's been fucking going really well.
How are you doing that currently? Are you working with an agency, or are you just reaching out direct?
Yeah, I just have like a seed plug that I work with, and we kind of just list out. I just got hooked up with a clipping company, the Game Over Media
Game Over folks.
shit. So they're about to start doing a campaign for the song as well, kind of around the song, and then I've also been working with them on getting because I got the viral sheet of a shit ton of clips that we want to start pushing, and I really want to try to use like several companies to do it, because my thing is like it's 365 days in a month. And a fucking year, so it's like I have enough clips to fill the year. So if we're getting placed strategically all over throughout the year, that'll go. So I'm gonna start with them for the clipping campaign to see how that goes. But yeah, I feel like wherever you guys see a gap or an addition, like I think everything should be done in abundance. I also started the Facebook and Meta ads for that Wiz clip that just kind of kicked it off. I'm running that at $1,000 a day and just like letting it go. And I've been seeing the song boost and grow and grow and grow. So. Yeah, I feel like whenever you guys
your Meta Instagram ads, is that just you, or you just run your own?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you can share like some of your CPAs or CPCs, just so I can make sure you guys are running effectively, that'd be great.
Right.
Even if it's just like a screenshot, because we have a whole internal team that we like to compete and we like to make sure our ads are running well. So just let us know.
Yeah, so I think all of
the same goes for all that. Like I understand you got someone that does seeding, like
clipping, seeding, all that
clipping, seeding, all that stuff. We've been in the space for a very long time. I have a feeling we can beat most of those prices too. So just even
and I'm open to that.
If it's you paying out of pocket because you'd rather, I'm happy to do that. I just want to make sure you're spending your.
I pay out of pocket because I don't want to wait. You feel me? It's like it's moving and it needs to go. But once we can convert and it's like okay, we can hit these and take over from these. I'm open to that. And sometimes just having that doubling. Like sometimes me reaching out to somebody gets a different result in effect. So just if I'm spending $10,000 and y'all spend $10,000, then we get $20,000 worth. But I would love to see y'all like clipping companies and seeding and all this shit too. So we could just
fan accounts that you're seeding too as well too, or not really?
Fan accounts?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
We've been doing a lot of that type of marketing.
I be seeing those too, but like especially like the Tylers and shit of the world that are like big pop stars. I always see that type of shit. But
it was like very popular, like I'd say about a year ago. It's still pretty popular in a certain space if you're hip to it, but like for our tier A, I'm running anywhere between like 4 to 8 fan accounts at one time, depending on like what territories you're trying to go after. But what we do is we'll run a specific fan account for that territory and then run digital ads. So whether it's on TikTok, like Spotify, or Instagram, we'll just only targeting that fan base, and then obviously we'll have access to your fans, and you can just retarget your fans and just grow that kind of that hub as well too. The only issue is platforms have kind of clamped down on like non-original content. But it seems like you guys have so much content you're always shooting that we can figure out. Like we've just done like a a Dropbox system where it's like, all right, like so your account, whatever they pull, like all right, that's off limits, and the second account can grab these type of contents, and maybe like the third account has only photos or whatever, maybe, and you kind of build from
That's
there.
actually hella smart.
But
You guys have software that you manage that all on, or how do you do that?
we have like certain AI tools that we'll use for like clipping or like cutting, and then like obviously like adding like little subtitles, but then outside like a Dropbox or Google Drive, we'll just have like one main content manager and just make sure they label it.
Yeah, I really want, like I'm down for the convergence to happen so you guys can start doing everything we're doing more efficiently. I just don't want it to slow down, especially because it's like, it's very seldom you get a moment, right? And when you get one that like works and it's like, it's clear this works, I feel like those are the opportunities to like shoot it through. Like everyone who sees that clip, who's a fan of Wiz or who's a fan of me, is going to be and all. So we just have to make sure they all see it. So that's my thing. It's just like, let's hammer it because we got one. And niggas, moments like this don't. You feel me?
For sure. I think for me, it's just making sure that when those moments happen, like whether you see it, we see it, like just let us know so we can kind of support it in our own ways too. Like we all have little growth hacks and tricks up our sleeve that we do on the digital side. So, we saw this moving, but I think there was more that we could have done to elevate on our side, but that doesn't mean we still can't do it moving forward.
Yeah, and this was one of those moments that just happened fast.
Yeah, it was like over the
weekend. And it's our first, but you guys get to see, because that's really, for us, that's how it happens. Yeah. It's that organic and that fast, and we just got to move. Like, I'm on clipping, seeding as the very next day, because it's like, okay, we're moving it. So it's
I think we can, as long as we got a group chat or whatever, maybe we can just be in communication. Like, my phone's always on if you want to call me. But like, for example, that post goes out, it starts to move, you start to seed it. I would have then seeded comments in those posts and ran up likes on those comments. So then the first comment under that post is referring to you, or if we want to talk about the narrative Wiz. Like that's something I do often. We have some. So there's like little tricks that we can do.
And we can still do that.
And we still definitely can, but it's definitely working with you guys.
Especially while it's in the moment.
Yeah. So it's Dave's always online. I'm always online. I want to make sure
literally
elevate them.
That's smart, because I did that.
Like, I don't want you to spend for example, you said marquee, right? So we have a deal directly with Spotify, so our CPC is a tad bit lower if you're just an artist reaching out direct. I don't know who your rep is, but you could pay out of pocket through our deal with Spotify, because we have a bundle deal. We do a large amount of marquee and showcase ads a year that we want to make sure that you're paying less depending on the market or audience type. You know what I mean?
It makes sense.
So.
Yeah, because I've really been looking at Spotify too, because I was just like going through like every territory, right? Mm-hmm. And if I'm able to max in every territory, what does that look like in the yield? Because like I did marquee and showcase on a bunch of different songs, like albums and shit.
For sure.
And, some people are like, they don't like the return on it, but I think the return is really, really fair, because those people I've seen it like change and grow over time. And my goal is to get to a point where it's like every time we release something, I can max out in each territory, and it just consistently grow. And that's why I really love this Wiz record, because I feel like it's a great record to get to print for us and just start that cycle of like, it does it. He has such a huge base.
While the CPC may not be there compared to other platforms, your fan that's on Spotify is there for music.
They there.
Like I may click through from Instagram because I saw a piece of content that I thought was exciting and I want to go listen, but I'm on Spotify because I want to listen to music. So I'm a true music fan, and I think the fan that you're targeting, the waterfall streams to your catalog are much higher than a traditional digital.
Yeah, and I see the conversion leave Spotify. Like as the Spotify listeners grow, you see an uptick in merch, you see an uptick in ticket sales. Like they're not just staying there, especially for someone like me who offers the opportunity to see so much.
You met Moody before?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, dog?
Mike G.
Moody, nice to meet you.
What's up, brother?
Nice to meet you. What's up, man? Nice to meet you.
What Moody do? What you do?
I just come here for vibes, man. It's just my job.
Nice to meet you. General manager. What is it? Maybe both.
I oversee the dance department.
Yeah.
So anything electronic, crossover, anything on the house side or whatever. I've been here for 7 years though. Me and Harrison built the marketing team, and then I was too much of a sicko. I couldn't do this anymore.
Who's
over
too
the
fly?
desk.
Who's too fly for our company? For our department?
No, but I'm sure we'll work together in the future on some projects. And welcome to the team. Nice to have you.
As well, he handles like a lot of like the live event stuff that we do
Yeah.
as a company too. So
A lot of the
I
shows,
talking
performances.
about- you were talking to.
Oh yeah, I was talking
about.
to Another Planet today because they want to do a free show. Outside Line wants to do a free show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
was
guys
telling me about that.
Yeah, and I'm talked to Larry to try and do like a maybe you and Larry June can be like a I don't know, I feel like that could be cool for the city as a free show. We're just figuring out the details, whatever. But
We were just talking about doing free shows.
Yeah. We just did a Black Joy Parade in Oakland, and we were just thinking like, well, not free, but like I used to do Proud to Pay shows, where it's like you pay whatever to get in, and I'm like outside of my regular shows that's paid admission, like doing one big show where it's just Proud to Pay and everybody can.
So are you familiar with what clipping
No,
is
I'm
exactly? So outside of just like not spamming content, but clipping comes from Discord bot clipping. So it's a type of development within Discord servers where they pay out based per view, and it's usually about 100 per. Let me do this right. It's going to be at like 300 to 500 per million views. Excuse me. And so all of these clipping accounts can be across all platforms. Typically, I only focus on TikTok because the conversion to streaming is highest there, but it can be TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, it can be Facebook, whatever. So they'll all submit content to that bot, and then as they rack up views, they fulfill 300 to 500 or maybe less, whatever it may be. And then there's usually a cap, like all right, once you've made $1,000, that's all you can make from this campaign, and they'll pay it out based on that budget. It's been around for like, I would say 12 to 18 months when the bot was really popularized, that Discord bot. Are you on Discord at all?
No.
That's why I asked initially when we
We're
were
always trying to get us on there.
Yeah. I think that
it's
would make sense.
I don't know where you're kind of hosting your super fans, if it's your
Even.
broad.
We have our own like subscription
Oh,
platform.
yeah. You said even?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're solid, but for specific to clipping, that's what like most end up, just because that's where the tech or like the development is. And yeah, it was popularized 12, 18 months ago. Like what's the fucking dude, that bald, like sexist pig that was like
Andrew Tate.
yeah, so that's really like how he became very popular.
Right, yeah, I
and
see him
so he
everywhere.
was like, he was very strong in that community, and his community was very feminist there. And then it obviously developed to the Aiden Rosses and the Kai Sanats and the Neons, and then now you're starting to see artists catch on with the little Tekkas and the Taiga. I think we did it very effectively. And so,
Yeah, I seen that, and I feel like that shit is gonna work so great with us because people get to see me in so many different variations because we have a brand of clips. Like I've gained fans from just like walking clips of me just sharing life gems or information and shit. And I feel like with the clipping system, it's gonna be. We have enough product to keep feeding it for it to go and scale.
And Dave showed me the sheet that you guys have built out, so it's well documented to say the least. I've never seen it.
It's insane, bro. You're like our dream artist. Like the dream, like if we was to go to sleep and think of the artist that we wish it would be you, to be honest, bro. But you would think that you've been clipping already, because outside looking in, we've been seeing your videos,
I've been clipping, and that's the crazy thing. I've been clipping like through myself. Like a lot of people who've seen my viral clips, it's like it's through me. Like I've seen it very seldom because I don't really be liking, I don't really like it. So I've been doing it through me. Like most of the clips that people see of me is through my own page, and then somebody picked it up. But that's why I feel like with this, it already feels like that. Like I'm everywhere. But when we do this, it's gonna really be fucking. It's gone.
For sure.
Like we was outside at Black Joy, and I couldn't take a step without somebody.
Damn.
Like, and it was thousands of people in every step. So I feel like with this shit, it's like. It builds, and having the song too, it's just gonna, man, it's the rocket ship.
For sure.
The Ice Spice.
For sure.
That year we couldn't get a rating.
For sure.
I mean, like in the coming like 6 to 8 weeks, where you're gonna be like traveling, like in terms of shows and things like that.
We're home for like the next 3-4 months because I did like a campaign to keep LaRussell home, so I'm doing like all local shows in like CD markets that no one ever goes to.
Okay.
So I'm really home for the most part.
Let's get those dates if you didn't already share with me, like that as well.
And
Like,
we can add y'all to the calendar.
could you please?
Just
We have
put us in a group and
Yeah, we have a pretty strong roster of like influencers in the city. I want to like make sure we're capturing content not only from your page but from other people's pages.
Yeah.
I saw like, I'm trying to think of another. I always use the Fred Again example, but not many people know Fred Again. But they did very effectively fan content around live shows that we're starting to build up here internally. Like Lucky, are you familiar with Lucky at all?
Yeah.
So like Lucky has a real brand to his fan. And I feel like in this next iteration of artist marketing, it's not only the artist brand, but the fan brand. For what is that average LaRussell fan like?
have
Or
that
what?
already.
Yeah, and I 100% I believe it. Like, is it? And like Larry's fans are very like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have a brand
Yes.
because then they can join that club of sorts
Yeah.
and feel like they have. Oh, these are my people around me that I can champion this artist with, and we have a similar thought or energy, exactly. And I'd love to show that for these shows, especially if you're doing it in like C&D markets. I think that'll go a long way, especially for the person streaming too.
I'm so excited for this flipping shit because we have so much material. I've been waiting, but we have so much material. Like I really
And
feel
still
like
getting.
we're gonna
got
see,
95%
and it keep
of the last 2 years
happening.
on tape.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like we're gonna within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, we're gonna see like once we start pouring in. Oh my God! Especially just getting behind this business, it's just gonna open the door up even more. And I have so much music, and I release it abundantly, and I see the growth. Like the fans is. It's funny because you know it's like the oversaturation shit, but that's not real for fans. Like fans are like, I get so many niggas who come up to me excited that they getting so much because it reminds them of an era we grew up in where Weezy was hitting us, Gucci was hitting us, and then Wiz was hitting us. And it's like as a fan to be able to, and I got kids to be able to go to school and it's like, bro, you heard the new one, you know, like it keeps building it, and I want to keep that flow and keep shit spreading and moving. Like I've seen the emphasis of Kai and that spirit and that energy, and that's what we have. Like people love Kai because he's like still playful and youthful and young, and we don't get to experience that, and we bring that shit. So supplying it to the world, the positive shit to the world,
It's like
it's necessary. Like I'll be the only post on seating pages that's like good.
Yeah.
You know, that's like this is good to consume, you know?
For sure.
you became a part of like people's everyday routine. It's like why streamers become so popular is because you know at this time every day you're gonna see them, and it's the same for LaRussell. It's like I know every day when I wake up I can check streaming and I'm gonna get some new LaRussell. It's like it's the same feeling.
For sure.
Facts.
And everybody gets to ride his journey with him. Like,
They see
every
the growth.
day, you see what he's doing every day.
Yeah,
Like,
see the
when's the
growth.
last time you got to watch an artist every single day?
Yeah,
Crazy.
for sure. It falls in line with like the streaming culture right now, just dominating our feeds. I mean, Kai was the cover of Billboard.
Right.
You know,
And but there's been no artist to penetrate that because we don't have an artist that like has it enough for people to be like, man, I really love this guy, and I feel like it's literally an open lane for us to dominate because we'll be the first artist in the space that's getting clipped and seated in that format. There is no other one without them streaming. Like Tiger's only getting it because he's streaming, but he's not getting it for his day-to-day life and like occurrences. So we'll be the first. Like it's gonna look like I'm a streamer, but it's like I'm an actively working artist.
Yeah.
Facts.
For previous partners or previous releases, where do you think you fall flat? Like what have you missed? Like where do you like feel like you need the most assistance?
Really this like amplification of the moments. Like I always created so many viral moments. Juvie shit in the backyard, Richie, I create so many moments, but it's only so far that we're able to take it, you know, and so far with the resources, like I'll run the ads and I'll do seed campaigns. I didn't even know about clipping then, so just having a team where it's like, oh no, we can amplify this and we can continue to do it consistently, because it's like, as an indie artist, having to take care of everything and still spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on ads, seed campaigns, and then have to wait that 3 months for stream returns different than like, oh no, we could, when it goes, we can run it because we know the result of it, you know?
And keeping it alive. Like
Keeping it alive.
yeah, we'll do it for like 3 weeks or a month. Everybody's talking about it, but 3 months later,
Yeah.
people still bring it up, but it's like everybody's not still like, oh, did you see the Richie Rich clip? And it's like that's something that could live on for 6 to 8
Like, and
months.
with clipping, it's like having it always in that rotation, where it's like, no, this clip is special, so every week it's showing on a different platform for 52 weeks.
The video is this long, or song is this long, or when they're little things like it's where science meets art. Like that we're in a place now where it's so much like you see it's content first, it's social first, that you have to understand. And obviously it's art first, but you should understand where the algorithm plays effect and where you can see where this gonna go viral because of X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? It's like I used to say it. I got a good term I used to say.
Hell yeah.
Going viral is like getting struck by lightning. Can't say where you're gonna get struck by. We can't say that you'll get struck by lightning, but you can walk into a storm and hold a little rod up, and you're gonna be pretty damn close. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I think that's what we do best internally. Like we can't guarantee that we'll be struck by lightning, but we can put our artists in a place, or you can put yourself in a place to get pretty damn close. You know what I mean?
So with like this Wiz moment, where do you feel like we go to start pushing it more? Like with all that's happening, like how do I convert it over, add you guys into the loop of just moving this more?
So what's your plan with the clipping? I think if you can include us with the Game Over folks, so we're across that campaign as well too. It seems like you guys have done a pretty good job of seeding the moment. I want to start building out those, like maybe let's start with like 2 fan accounts, and they can start seeding like those.
We have somebody on our team created a fan account as well that we could give you access to. It's called Russell Walks, and then I think there was one other
Pergola GC.
Share it with us too, and we'll share that bank of content so they can start seeding out content. I think our deal with TikTok should be closed by the end of this week, so we'll have a lot of smart credits to pull from as well too. I had Ethan, who heads up our digital advertising, he had to leave, it was a little too late, but he pulled the forecast on Spotify. I want to see what you got from them as well too, and we can build out like a proper marquee campaign. Share those as you're running on IG and Meta. I'll share with our team as well too, and see what we think could be effective there.
How do you guys utilize Marquee and Showcase?
So for me, I hit Marquee about like 5. It depends on the release, but like I'll do a Marquee like 5 to 10 days post release, because your core fan or even your default fan, they're gonna stream regardless. So Spotify Marquee spend on click. My concern if running it day one is that you're gonna it's targeting that fan. If they click to press, you're not paying for that. I'd rather wait 5 to 10 days when they've already listened to the record, they've already engaged, and now we're hitting them again for kind of a second moment. You'll see a jump in streaming. And then as well, I'll target a few different audience types, so you'll see like your super fan, your default fan, your passive fan, or your previous listener. And I try to extend it for like 2 to 3 weeks, kind of like what you spoke to. Like, we're not trying to roll out for a first week. We're going for as long tail as possible. And then I'll hit Showcase depending on where you are in your rollout. There's different kind of types of that you can do on tour, going viral, new release, and maybe like 1 or 2 others that I'm forgetting. And then I try to hit those like 2 to 3 weeks out. So it's kind of like just that very elongated Spotify campaign where it kind of feels like, your average consumer can't escape you. I call it like from subconscious to conscious, where it's like, all right, you start to see it, and then like, damn, I can't escape this ad. Why do I keep seeing that moment? And then, we'll probably build out around those like certain moments, or if you have, a tour coming up, we'll do like targeted digital ads, or maybe a small curator campaign. It just depends. We build it so it's like for a single, depending if it's coming down, I might try to go like 6 to 8 weeks for a Marquee or Showcase, and then hitting digital ads in different moments. So it feels like you said, like we're marketing you every day or whatever it may be. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
And again, once I get the forecast, I can kind of show you and highlight like how I would do it. But typically, it's something like that.
Fine.
Showcase, there's no cap to what you can spend. Marquee, there will be depending on your audience size, but because Wiz is a primary, right?
Yeah.
So
It's like 30 million.
So it definitely, I wouldn't max it out because that'll spend all of our budget. But we can definitely do some targeted ads, and I would probably go after most of your super fans, like 7 to 10 days. I think right now we focus on, like you're doing already, some digital ads. We start to go after fan accounts, and then clipping stuff will go well. I even think like some curator stuff on TikTok specifically. I don't know if you guys have done that in the past.
Like UGC content?
Yeah, like specific to like music curators in the space.
Yeah, we've done like breaker campaigns and shit too.
Breakers.
TikTok with that shit. Yeah.
They're
Isn't that what we were using Lighthouse for?
Lighthouse is terrible. Breaker's cool.
Yeah.
I'll share some that I think would make sense and share plans with you, and then where I see best fit. Again.
Yeah, I would love to see what like how does sketch work? Is it the same where it's just like
Sketch is just for clipping. Like we work with hundreds of companies now at this point. Like just because we've done so many global campaigns, I try to keep as much as I can internally. Where we have 4 people in house who are digital marketers, just focused on influencer marketing, and then 4 as well for digital advertising. That's across the globe, so they're focusing. Like I have someone in the UK that's just focused on the EU, I have someone in Africa just focusing on Africa, Asia, and so on, and that's domestic. And then we build out based on budget, and then as we see the record grow or where things are connecting, maybe there's certain markets we want to test given Wiz's popularity, or maybe hey, there's a market that we're seeing a low CPC. Let's test some things. We're a global music marketing company, so like of course we want to break here, but shit, if it's connecting crazy in Germany, why not make you the biggest rapper in Germany? And then we can follow it and bring it back here.
I got no issue.
Yeah.
I'm trying to deliver on that. That's it. But I think to start, like I can put together like a 5K campaign or so, 7,500, something like that, and we can kind of walk through it from there. But again, I just want us to meet face to face and just kind of hear what you guys are already doing and make sure, like moving into this rollout and throughout these next 3-6 months, whatever it may be, like we're all working step by step.
I love it.
It's a team. We've got 200 people here in San Francisco. 300 people globally, ready to get behind you. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we can start with the Wiz shit, and then I'm creating the Dropbox with all the viral clips.
Cool.
And
I have that.
The weekends we're doing shows, but during the week we're pretty available.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll stay in touch if streamers come to town or any opportunities coming if you're open to it.
Yeah, even if certain artists, like I feel like we also throw our own shows. So like when certain artists is out here, like bringing them and putting them with all shows with us, and even the studio, like we just bring out a different energy and ability in artists that don't really like. You feel me? They can't get it everywhere. So
For sure. We could definitely tag team and work with you on that. I think it would make sense. It would be like very helpful. Because when we have artists coming out here for studio time or whatnot, or if they have a meeting, obviously, like, it's not much to have them run around and do in the Bay. Because it's like, it's the Bay. It's not like a lot of platforms, but
exactly. We got the content shit, the live shit on our, the van shit.
For sure.
Like, we just free game podcasts. Like, we have a lot of, like, media is what we do on that side. And I just feel like it'll be hyper beneficial, especially to the artists that we love too.
For sure.
And it just help both sides grow.
It makes sense. Makes sense 100%. 100%.
Easy.
I think we good. I just, me, I'm always gonna be like, because I have to, get everything organized as far as like sending it to sales and everything. Pitch is already in for the Wiz record. That's already done and set. But before I let you go, I just need a couple things. I need a press folder, like press approved press photos.
Yeah.
I need
just
that.
put us in a group chat.
And then I'll need like an idea or skeleton of like the name of the project if you have it.
We got all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I got a one sheet coming together with all that shit in it.
Perfect. And then use us as far as like we have a full blown. I know you guys got everything for real, and I know y'all have like the specific font that you all use. Little things like that could help me as far as like if you have, for example, like we have a full-blown design team that you also have access to, whether it's animation assets that you might need, Apple Motion profiles. Like I got them working on you've ever gone to Apple Music and you see like they got their music video on the main profile. We already got that worked out for you. I'm gonna send it to you for approval. So it's just like little things that these DSPs like to see the artists use, and then it's easier for you to for them to give and take. Like we gonna do the little things on on the DSP platforms on Apple, and then they're more likely to give us good looks on DSPs and playlisting and shit like that. So we kind of just gotta like clean it up on that side, I think that would just help moving forward. I think it would be really good. But then remember, whatever y'all need as far as design wise, we have a full blown design team as well. Y'all can have
You
more.
were just looking for animation, right?
But
that was the guy.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
But even beyond that, just like I got a 1,000 song catalog. So I'm trying to find designers that is like, just go find whatever song you love and do something hella tight, and I'll pay for it, and we're gonna put, you feel me? So like, even allowing the designers to, I don't want them to work on nothing they don't enjoy. Like go through the songs. If you find a song you like, make some dope shit.
They would
and,
love that.
Bro, and it just gives us a shit ton of content, and it's like I'll just pay for each one of those. But I need that abundantly. The Wiz any record that any of them hear, and they like, bro, I love this. I want to do some shit. Have them do it, and then we could that just helps add to you, because my fans eat up dope shit like that.
For sure.
Lyric videos, all that shit.
For sure. I think that's definitely helpful. We can definitely.
There's a company in the Bay Area, Kyber. It's an AI company. We were trying to build out this idea for as far as G-Drag and K-pop artists. Kyber basically, it's you input an idea and it helps build out some animated asset But we were trying to build out some sort of basically like fans could go online and like basically submit their idea for what the video for a song should be, and then Kyber would produce that product, and then all of that product would live on a page, and then fans would vote, and then whichever one got the most upvotes would be the official music video or official canvas. I'm curious if there's a way that we could integrate Kyber, because they're just excited we're partnered with them as well too. Ghazi's very close with their CEO. And maybe it's fans going onto a site and choosing a record, using Kyber to create an asset, and maybe that lives as your Spotify canvas or something on a DSP. I'll share the deck that they shared with us.
Look into that platform. I'm not gonna lie. When we did that test run with them, we had a call and they was like, test it out. Like type in whatever you want. And it's similar. You know how you spell it? Kaiber. Y'all probably seen the ads, they got billboards out here and stuff like that, but it's really dope. It could be something that, like a different, it could be something different that we could do. Also, since we got you here, me and Harrison always come up with like different creative ideas as far as like rollout strategy, but like outside shit, you already kind of have like the performance and the things that you do already at the backyard and everything. But is there any ideas that you have thought of, like do I want to pop outside and perform on top of a random building? Like do I want, and then make that a moment, and then we start seeding that? Like is there anything that's like outlandish, out of this world that you may have thought of? Because like we can come together and create some crazy ass ideas. Like
that'd be fire.
Yeah, like some random shit.
We was gonna do. I was a grand marshal of the parade in Vallejo this year. We didn't get to do, but my idea was to build a float, and we literally haven't. We doing a live set. Cool. But that's hard. As a parade route, big float, dancers, perform the band. And nobody, because my first viral video, one of my early viral clips, is me in the back of my pop's truck. That's how everybody started finding me out. So it's like, this is like, we could literally use that moment. Just like, LaRussell went from this to fucking this. You feel me? On the back of a big rig with a stage, just performing live going around the city.
Like a pop up, that could be hard.
Vallejo's an easy city to
And the city's behind us, but I feel like that's a dope moment to just show the journey. You feel me? Of like how much
everything comes
done.
full circle.
Yes.
Like, do you guys really want to do that? Because I think
nigga.
I think we should. Okay, cool.
Nah, we just shooting the shit.
But yeah, I got a list of a bunch of different shit, because I've done like live performance sessions riding my bike and shit. Like I've always like that. You feel me? That's what we be on. We got a museum idea. I was just talking to them at Moment.
From the Block will be out here at the end of March too. So
From the block.
Have you done from the block yet?
I haven't, but we've been chopping.
Yeah.
We was talking about that because like my shit gotta
That
really
makes
be
sense.
live.
Today's my
In the,
I'll
in
tell
the,
them,
in,
like-
like at the
At the
public
burger,
yard.
we should
Yeah.
definitely
But it gotta
figure
really
out
be live.
a
100%.
viral moment for that. He comes at the end of March. He's gonna come out here to talk about some other like just to meet with us,
Fire.
and
Yeah.
I've been working with him for
No, dude.
many years before he even had the
Mhm.
platform. So we should definitely, if there's a date that you think would make sense, and we could figure out. I think that's a good platform where it's kind of it's a place where like I feel like artists compete, where it's like everyone's had the hanging mic, and it's like, all right, who's had the most lit background, or who's had the the aesthetic or the record. And I feel like for you, given since you're
Bro,
so
I hate that
creative,
hanging my shit so bad.
really, you hate it?
You ran that shit
Sorry.
too.
Yeah.
And I was doing that shit first, honestly.
Really, it's like
I
that.
got
that.
videos.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been doing a lot, but my shit was live. I've been doing that shit
Full
since
circle
then.
before
Like,
COVID.
a lot of these content platforms that you see today, like
Okay.
niggas don't even
That's
know.
for
Okay.
You feel me? But
That's
that
people say,
the museum, we just came from the MoMA with the All Star shit, and they really love us up there. But I had this idea a few years ago to put like me, my producers and shit, all in this big glass box, like a piece of art, and we make the music. We making all the
Create an
songs
album.
live, so people get to watch the art live and just build the installation. They can buy merch and shit there, but they get to like watch us make these songs live. It's real art, and I can bring in guests in throughout and shit, but the crowd just get to witness us in there cooking and creating. And then a hyphy museum. That's another big thing we was working on, like a hyphy museum that's like all the memorabilia from Dre, Foley, Water, and then we'll do a dope show at the end, but it's just like artifacts
Have
of
you talked
like,
to anyone about that yet?
no,
We was trying to execute it in the V top of last year, but
life,
life.
So yeah, we got a lot of just really great. We're doing the In Good Company with, which is like 106 in Park. I'm bringing all these artists in, putting them with bands and choirs, and doing interviews and shit. So
Connect them with Brie, because she's truly pitching the Hyphy Museum alongside Empire 50, which is our fifth, or not
crazy.
Empire 50, Ghazi's 50th, which is coming up next year, and we're already looking at some partners, so maybe that's an easy way.
So along with that too, like I was just talking to.
Ghazi, Empire 15, but she's built it out in the deck.
I was just talking to
Brand.
40 and Shorts team because next year is 20 years of my Ghetto Report Card, and it's 20 years of Blow the Whistle. And I've been telling them both like to let us do a show with choir, band, and you get to hear them in a way that you've never heard it.
Yeah.
20 years of my Ghetto Report Card, we can do Oracle. Like it's a niggas will pop out
100%.
arena show,
100%.
like bruh.
That's for sure. That's for sure gonna go up.
Damn,
I'm writing
and
down.
Oracle had
You're writing it down?
Yeah.
they can do the center.
I got you.
Coming off of Red Eyes.
But yeah, I got a bunch of ideas. I'm gonna send over a bunch of just different shit, and yeah, let's just. I
And
think
you've huddled with like most of the other departments. Has he
He's-
huddled
yeah, he
with
met-
the merch
last time he was
team,
here,
design
Peter.
team?
He met the design team. He met Peter. He met Matt Masonette because Matt was in town when he
Yeah.
came in. He
That
came in
was
for
awesome.
All Star Weekend.
Okay.
yeah, Tino wants to do a big powwow though. Like once
For
it's
sure.
it's album time and it's all
Yeah,
been
I
going,
wanna make
just
sure.
do a big
Sure.
one. And,
We do a proper Voltron like that.
No, we haven't. We
Yeah.
haven't. But the music
Voltron's
is
like
there.
what we call like our
That's
all
what she
hands
said,
on-
the
all hands
Voltron.
on deck.
We gotta do that. We gotta do that because
Yeah.
you'll see everybody. Everybody will get to meet you and kind of catch a
At the
vibe.
end of the day, it's like you'll do this great, but it's like it allows a time for the team to really to lean in and learn about who you are, and I think it's really important, like to show face and really have that conversation. And it's important for us here too, like
For
just
you-
so everyone, because like partnerships won't come across opportunities, designs will have
100%.
ideas, and I think just that face-to-face interaction with you will go a long way.
hell yeah,
No one just ride behind you.
Yeah.
It's needed. It's for sure needed. I feel
necessary. And I just feel like even office wise, like Empire has had such a run, and I feel like just the type of artists that we are coming into the building with the energy and the smile, it's gonna make it's a morale booster.
100%.
Just for, in general, it's
100%.
gonna be a great, and it's a home team win.
It makes sense. It
Yeah.
just makes sense for real, like literally. So I think we definitely should.
Easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start moving this weird shit.
Let's do it.
Are you done? Love it.
Let's do it, man.
You got on the sketch hoodie.
Come on.
Oh, you committed.
Thank you again.
Yeah,
Appreciate
cool, man. I'm excited.